Are we on? Good morning, noon, and night. Welcome to the hood. I didn't put my intro or nothing because I'm just coming on here. I'm just talking very candid. Hey, here, her TV. I'm actually waiting for my cheesesteak to arrive. They don't usually deliver it this time of night, out here in the hood. But I'll find out because they'll cancel the order, if it don't show up. But yeah, so I'm talking about I first off, y'all know I'm gonna come to bat for AT2. AT2 is not a flip flopper because he had Jaguar right on his channel. Do y'all feel why do y'all hate Jaguar right? Like, did she ever do anything personal to y'all? I mean, there's a lot of people on YouTube that has done a lot of things, and y'all don't have that much hate for them as y'all do Jaguar right. Now we all know everybody chase Jaguar right name. Cloud, we all like chasing off a Jaguar right fucking name. But is she that hard of a person where you hate her to be calling somebody a flip flopper? That being said, I'm only saying that because I just saw this. But in that same video, it was a mention behind TJ saying she got cancer, aka a thyroid storm. Y'all probably can't relate the two because the two may not be related. First off, he asks, "Is there a nurse in the building?" Well, this is a nurse coming and talking to you. Uh, uh, and my sister has also, see, that's them. Hey, Toria. My sister has also had the same thing, the thyroid storm. So TJ came on here saying she had a thyroid storm, and people think it's thyroid cancer. I'm not saying it's not. It very well could be. But a thyroid storm, which is hyperthyroidism. See, the hyper means your thyroid is operating 100% faster than you. A hypo means your thyroid is operating 100% less than you. You got to pay attention to the prefix, people. Hypo always mean low. Hyper always mean high. Okay? So, what she is talking about as for a thyroid storm is a very common occurrence for people that has hyper, which meaning your thyroid is operating 110 times faster than what your body needs. That's what she has. Your thyroid ain't nothing but a hormone. It basically hormones regulated, okay? You don't have to live, you can live without your thyroids. Lots of times people get gallers, which means an enlarged thyroid or a mass on their thyroid. I would probably say 70% of the time, they don't even biopsy the shit, okay? Back in the day, one of the common treatments they did was radiation. But that started, it, of course, like anything with side effects, it ended up being an opposite reaction, which will basically like eradicate your thyroid to where it's not functioning, or will make you, instead of hyper, it will make you hypo. Now, what she said is for the thyroid storm. Apparently, she had a thyroid storm, means it was untreated. Therefore, she went into a storm, which could be life threatening because if you have a thyroid, it can basically control a lot of things in your body, almost everything in your body. but yet you can live without it. Go figure. Anyway, so a few of the symptoms for hyperthyroidism, aka a thyroid storm, you can get a garter on your thyroid, you can get a mass on your thyroid, but you will have big eyes, which she do have big eyes, but I'm gonna tell you this, I've seen worse. I've seen worse where their eyes is bulging. I know what y'all know what I'm talking about. Like they got Beetlejuice eyes, where their eyes is popping out their sockets. That is the worst form of a thyroid storm or hyper meaning fast people, hyperthyroidism. So I Google, so I'm like, well, these people probably don't understand. Let me Google. You Google thyroid storm, aka cancer, it's not going to come up like that because it's not diagnosed like that. It's not cancer. Okay? It's not unless you get a biopsy on your thyroid or the mass. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to fuck with your neck like that. They're going to take the shit out or they're going to radiate it to death where it doesn't work and put you on pills. So, no, a thyroid storm and hypothyroidism don't mean you have cancer. But yes, some of the side effects, your eyes are big and they can almost bulge out your eyes. It's called exophthalmos. Look it up. Okay? My sister had it worse. Worse. Like that lady eyes is big, but her eyes is bulging out her sockets. Okay? It causes you to lose weight. As soon as you fix the problem, you gain weight. So yeah, she may be conditioning herself to where because I was listen to Kulu live where K World had interviewed TJ. And Jack was like, well, you trying to get your strength back up. Well, that's automatically gonna happen if the problem was fixed. But for her to be on disability behind the shit, that ain't happening. She ain't on no disability behind no hyperthyroidism and no thyroid storm. Come on now. She on disability for another reason. And I still ain't heard the reason. But I'm gonna tell you this, I can bet your bottom dollar 99.9% she is not on no disability for no thyroid storm or hyperthyroidism. She is not. That's a goddamn lie. And I'm gonna leave it at that. She didn't do nothing to them people. I don't know why. I have to educate them because I'm tired of our people being ignorant. But she playing in your face. She playing in our face. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. And don't use cancer. That's serious. Because that's something you can't reverse. And you can reverse a thyroid storm and hypothyroidism. So y'all don't take my account for it. Go to Google it, look it up. Y'all probably a little confused when you Google and look it up because it's not related to the two. Not saying you can't have thyroid cancer, but you're gonna have a biopsy, you're gonna know goddamn well. And it ain't chemo. But with that disease, hyperthyroidism, if you got a garter, a mass, or if you're in a thyroid storm, that is how they treat it with radiation. They don't know if it's cancer or not. That's how they automatically treat it. I don't like nobody playing in my face. Now that part, I can't agree with her on that shit. But I'm sitting there hearing this shit, and I'm hearing the violins playing. Doo 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 doo. I don't like that shit. I do not like that. So, but no. But the thing about it is, AT2 is not a flip flop for having Jaguar on his channel. Like, why do y'all hate Jaguar? I don't hate Jaguar. Why why would y'all hate Jaguar? Did Jaguar ever do anything to y'all? Or y'all just like putting her names in your title because you each actually Jaguar is feeding y'all. Jaguar is the star of YouTube. Now she may not have made it. Well, She made a half-ass made it in the industry, but she done made it. She has arrived on YouTube, and she know it. And y'all already know she likes attention, and she is the star. She is the star of YouTube. Y'all should be actually cash apping her a whole lot more. I don't even know why she even wastes her time even talk. But you know what? Reminds me of Kwame Brown. Will feed YouTube all day long. Now he did actually get monetized eventually. He could feed YouTube all day long. And they not monetizing off of it. Y'all should be sending Jaguar a check. Every time you put her name in the motherfucking title, y'all should be sending that woman something. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because you're only doing it for clout. You're only doing it for clicks and views. She the fucking star of YouTube. So you putting the just like Tasha K. She one of the stars of YouTube too. Let's give it up her flowers. And guess what? You're gonna put her name in the title like it's not nothing. You're gonna get clicks and views off of that. YouTube is clout chasing. Somebody said that. I don't know, but that was all true. But do y'all really hate Jaguar? Let's look in some of y'all closets. Let's look at some of y'all closets. You're probably gonna find worse skeletons in there. Has she done something to you? Oh, she's just this horrible person. But yeah, every time you turn around, Jaguar right this, Jaguar right that, Jaguar BFF, Jaguar right, Jaguar right, Jaguar right. Y'all not tired of talking about Jaguar right by now? Of course not. Of course not. Because she keeps feeding YouTube and y'all keep monetizing off of it. So Jaguar should be our friend. Like if she comes through y'all hood, y'all gonna be like, oh, hey Jack, I got Jaguar right in the building. And then you're gonna sit there and monetize it and cut it up, chop it up, and just play it over and over and over again. Oh yeah, girl. Tasha Gay got her ass in trouble. Oh, see, that's the thing about telling a lie, because you have to tell another lie to cover another lie. She called herself trying to get out of paying Carly B her money. Girl, you not about to get out paying that girl her money. But now you got yourself in trouble with the IRS. Did you think you could just pay for a bankruptcy and they wasn't going to see when you file for bankruptcy? They basically giving you a second chance financially. Okay. Now she went for a chapter 11, which probably is more restricted. See, that's why she got mad at Cardi B and starts saying all what Offset did and all this stuff. And she went viral. She went viral. But that didn't help her situation. But she's going to actually have to divorce in order to separate this from her family and her husband. She's going to have to actually divorce her husband. And that's public information. She's going to have to divorce that husband to separate. Because really and truly, you could file taxes married and separate. But the bottom line is you're still married. Okay. So you do get penalized for that. But if she's going to, so his assets is the same as her assets if you look at it. But even if they did file marriage separately, that don't mean he's gonna get off with not having any penalties if y'all lied on y'all taxes because y'all fucking married. Okay? You're actually supposed to file together. So when you do the married and separate, see a lot of people don't know this. Well, I'm educating y'all today. When you do married and separate, your numbers kind of sort of gotta match. You can't say This is when you filing married, filing separate. You saying, okay, we made 100,000 between the two of us, but this is my portion, and I want to pay my taxes. This is his portion, and he want to pay his taxes for his portion. You still got to match. But his shit don't match her shit. And she didn't file her shit because he filed his shit. But you don't, but neither one of you gonna get off with that shit because you're both supposed to file. If you don't file together, you're supposed to file to get separate together. But what they catch people in is these people do this shit thinking they can lie. But honey, once you sign them documents, girl, but it don't even sound like she was even filing. She was letting him file, but she wasn't doing her part. So now that with this lawsuit, what she and why she filed in Chapter 11, really they both need to be filing Chapter 11 together, not just her, because y'all got community property together. So now, how you know somebody business? Go look at their damn taxes. So now she didn't put a spotlight on her ass behind trying not to pay these people their motherfucking quality be her money. Filing Chapter 11, think she can get away with shit. Oh, she a schemer ass person though. Nobody can control what anybody do though. If you want to be honest with Natasha, nobody can control what anybody do. But why would y'all want to control what Jag do? Nobody control what we do. No, they just want a common dislike for Jag. They may not agree with everything they said, and they want a common bond, and then they talk about it and drag her. But yet, every time you put her name in that chat, go look at your videos. They need to go look at their videos. How many views they got on their other videos? How many views they got when they put Jaguar right name in their title? You gotta give her respect. You using her for clout. I don't care what you say. You're using her for clout. And that's just the bottom line. The woman, they did shit to y'all for y'all not to like her. Y'all might not like some of the things she do, but she a grown woman. She almost 50 years old. Yep. You gotta tell another lie on another lie. Oh yeah, I agree. But see, because most people do, it's a chapter 7, and then I think it's another chapter. I want to say it might be 13. Yeah, it's 7 and 13. But people usually don't follow chapter 11. You right. Well, he gonna have to divorce. He need to. They need to gonna have to. If she wants to separate her income from him, they have to do either legal separation or they're gonna have to do a divorce. But I'm gonna tell you, most states don't have no legal separation. Texas do not is not a city, it's not a state. It's a community property state. So you marry somebody, everything after you marry them. Now, if you had property and stuff before, I know because I didn't went through 2 divorces, okay? And I've had property from my first marriage. And when I divorced the second one, he didn't have no access to that. Couldn't get it. Could not get it. It was only by what we made when we got married. Okay. So, but some states, Texas, do not they do not acknowledge legal separated. There's no paperwork for legal separation. You're either married or you're not, unfortunately. I don't know about Georgia, but that's how it is in Texas. And maybe that's why she moved her ass to Florida. I was wondering why. Like Florida right there by Georgia. That's true. Man, she got a lot of catching up to do. She needs to walk herself out of it and just hang it up because it ain't happening. But She already got the RS is already gonna be on her ass. Trust me, somebody from the RS was in that court. Tasha K don't seem to be that smart. That's true too. Well, she didn't have the right. She didn't have the right representation too, and a lot of people tried to tell her that, but she wasn't trying to listen to that. I agree with that. But Jag could just walk on anybody's show if you're talking about her. She got her name. That's why I didn't put her name in. I don't want Jag ass over here. Yep, I agree. She, he, they need to go ahead and divorce. Hey, Trinity Love 85. Hey, welcome. Ooh, and you said a mouthful right there, Toria. You said a mouthful right there. They were supposed to. She supposed to file her portion because that is like a partnership or a corporation. I don't know what if they corporate or what, but they definitely partners for sure. See, she thinks she's smart. I want to know who is advising her. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I had to get my food. The lady steady calling me, and I'm on live. Girl, she had her hand on her hip, like, what is bitch? Because before she before she went and pick that order up, she did text me and say, I'm waiting for your order. I ain't gonna eat it now though. But I guess that's gonna be breakfast. But I didn't eat last night, so. Tori, what you doing up, honey child? They told her, did the judge tell her not to? Yep, she sure will. She sure will. She needs to file them taxes immediately. Immediately. Yeah, they do. They do. I mean, they not gonna come up like Storm did. You know what I'm saying? Storm had Tasha K backing him up, but um, they definitely getting clicks and views, and they're monetizing off of Jaguar name. I mean, yep. I think that's what she doing, girl. I think she googling because I can't see no lawyer advising her to be so dumb. Like it looked like who is your lawyer? It's surely it's not Olga, right? I thought you fired Olga, but whatever laws you got now, they should have. This could should have been a checklist before she even filed that. This should have been a checklist about her taxes. For you to go to court and not have your taxes and stuff together when that's something that they automatically know. Y'all should have had a discussion. I guess the lawyers thought she was a law abiding, respectful citizen and paid her taxes like she's supposed to. She not. She's a cheater.com apparently. And she sitting there just trying to think that if your name not on your husband's taxes, girl, that ain't gonna work with the IRS. It's not gonna work, Tasha K. You are not his dependent. Oh, you was watching movies? Okay, girl. She has to July 14th to get all those missing tax papers in there. Plus, she told them she has no app. I wonder how many years she got to go back, though. It says Dennis getting the audio from the court case. Then he go, oh. See, Tori be on all the good. Tori know all the business, y'all. Yeah, so I'm gonna be watching out for Dennis. That ain't gonna work. I know what she tried to do. But see, I had always said I wasn't worried about nobody suing me. Number one, I ain't got no money. Number two, I have a lot of debt already owed. Number three, if you do sue me for defamation or whatever, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna file for bankruptcy. Now I'm not gonna file for that chapter, but hey, I filed my taxes, and guess what? It's only me. I ain't doing no marriage separate shit. I already know that about that shit. I used to do people taxes. And I ain't had nobody ever come back. But when they left me and went to somebody else, they always got fucking audited. You know why? Because y'all changed the shit up. And then whoever you went to didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Now I don't do them no more because it's just too time consuming and it's not worth no money to me. So I don't do nobody taxes. I was doing like people I know, friends taxes and stuff like that, family member taxes. But I don't even do that no more. Cause you can go to any one of these sites and put the numbers in. But if you got different situations, then that makes it more complicated. And if you're not abreast or educated on all the changes, like for one time, and I think they still doing it, everybody had a business and they was trying to use Schedule C's. But they would say, listen to this, y'all. Now, this was so crazy. I remember this. Everybody would use Schedule C's and say they had their own business. I don't care if it was Avon, Mary Kay. They would, but they would do it as a loss every year, every year, every year, every year. Uh, the common sense. You're not gonna keep investing in a business and it's a loss every motherfucking year. So one year, and I think they still do it selectively because they have got rid of a lot of Schedule C's. People that have stopped filing Schedule C's. They or anybody that had a Schedule C, they audited. Especially if you had it for years and your business had been a loss. That's already a alert to the IRS that you committing fraud. Because how you gonna sit here and have you might get away with it once or two times, but to keep having a Schedule C at a business loss and you not profiting from it, that looks like fraud. So they start auditing anybody. A lot of people, not anybody, but they start auditing people with Schedule C's, and the IRS will do that. I remember one time they was auditing people with dependents. You had to produce birth certificates and stuff because that was an issue. Like, so they know trends. And I mean, they're the IRS of the government. So yeah, but a lot of people keep doing stupid and dumb stuff. Now, I sometimes am an independent contractor. Like I got three jobs. I work for a company, or I'm working for a couple of companies, but I also have done work where I'm looked at as it's a company, but I'm looked at as an independent contractor. That's a 1099. Yes, I can file a Schedule C on that, but I'm not. I remember when you could file your uniforms, your oil changes if you worked in the where you're using your car. They give you one depreciation on your car, and they know what depreciations they got. So you better make sure you know what you put on the previous taxes, because you ain't getting no more depreciation on that car. Okay? And they used to give you money on stuff every year. They don't do that no more. Like with your work and stuff, they don't do that no more. They've changed a lot of stuff. But you have to be abreast and educated with the changes and the trends over the years. But that's why I stopped doing taxes. Now I never got nobody audited or nothing like that. I just mainly I didn't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have time to sit there and do nobody taxes and I'm not getting paid, because I would never charge nobody to put numbers in a, especially if it's just it's a easy, well, you just put numbers in there and then you're gonna get your return. That's easy. Why would I charge anybody for that? The problem is when you have the complicated stuff, the Schedule C's, or you doing a 1040 long form where you have to itemize. I itemize everything. And the reason why I itemize everything is because of my income. I won't get shit back if I don't itemize. I'm well over the standard deductions, okay? So yes, I do itemize a lot, and that's how I do my taxes. But that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. You have to basically keep receipts. I do everything with my debit card. So I go through my bank statements and I have 4 different highlighters and I highlight each category. So if I get audited, I already have it right here. Oh, she do? Tori said, but Carter lawyer was there and they were paid in full by Cardi. So she lied on her. Yep, I heard about that. Oh, you did accounting too? I had my CPA license. Oh, that's wonderful, Tori. But I stopped doing them years ago. I had to retire due to my health. I can understand that. It's stressful dealing with. It's hard enough dealing with my own taxes, much less somebody else. I say I got. This is my last. I told them this is my last year doing y'all taxes. I'm not doing this no more. I would get the vanilla folders, the paper. I had all the printers and everything. I would use taxact.com. It was free. Now, if you want a more detailed report, then you have to pay for it. You know. Now, for one, like using TaxAct, but all my tax stuff is following there too. So I basically take everything from the demographics, my dependent, all that stuff is moved to my new one, but I have to pay $40 for that. And then I do the long form. They don't do all the busy works on that, but like if you're just doing a simple tax form, yeah, you just taxat.com, you put your information in and keep it moving. You might just have to pay $10 or something. Yep. Yep. You need receipts. Yep. I don't know how she gonna do it, child. I don't. Oh, hey y'all. I see I got some more people in the room. Hey. We're just sitting there talking about Tasha K and TJ, which is Jaguar right friend. You know the thing about it, another thing I want to say about TJ. Why did they start a channel and they not putting nothing on this channel? And why do they feel they gotta have 1,000 subscribers to get on live? That is not true. Because y'all know I go on live with Extra Nate's channel, and I only got 120 sub. I only got like 100 and maybe 14 people subscribe to me on that channel. Y'all go check out my Extra Nate channel. Child, Extra Nate. But I also got a community tab. And I thought you couldn't get a community tab until you had 500 people. But I can go on live. So my thing is this: how come if how come they don't fully monetize their shit? And with as many content creators that know successful, Sean Davy Way, Official King Payne, Kulu, um, King's World. How come they don't tell them? I think King's World tried to tell Jag on live on his interview, but he was just talking. He wasn't talking directly to her. But how come these bigger YouTubers is not helping Jag and TJ monetize on this shit? That's what I want to know. Everybody else monetizing on them, and they not monetizing. I know what's going on. They getting paid to do some of them interviews. They trying to make a living for themselves. But TJ said it all, and they were like, "You trying to?" I think they would say you trying to use Jag or whatever. She's like, "You for what?" Like basically, we in the same boat. But yeah, when she did first come on, it did seem like, she was balling shot calling, and she's very well could be. But for your car to get repoed, I think it's kind of obvious that she not. And then she also clarified. I was listening to this interview all yesterday. It's a 3-4 hour interview by Kulu, okay? That people are monetizing off of. Actually, I think I heard it on Tree's channel. She said he'll listen to this shit. Now I gotta get tired of her voice. I'd be like, I'm not listening to this bitch. I'm going to Kulu. Listen to this shit for myself. But guess what? She monetizing. She playing it as if she shot the shit herself, as if she done the interview herself. Now Trees is not monetized, but she getting other forms of money, cash apps and shit like that. Venmo, Ghetto, Popo, whatever you want to call it. She monetizing off the shit. She was talking about her monetization the other day. Child, you ain't got that shit straight yet. You think? Yeah, Tori, you probably could. Now, I mean, the official king is in the building. Shout out to the official king Payne, y'all. I hope you had a great birthday, friend. Love me some official king Payne. Yeah, she do tell her business. She sure do. Well, I'm about to get off here. Yes, yes. We celebrating the official king birthday all week long. All month long, honey. Well, you only got a couple of days left, friend. Girl, you said a mouthful right there. Well, I don't know why the hell she don't cook. Well, maybe because I heard she didn't have a stove, and at one time I heard she didn't have a refrigerator. But this is my thing. She the main one to sit here and talk about people and call people out for scams when she scams all day long. Okay, but that's her business. If y'all want to give y'all money to Trees, then that's y'all. Okay, ain't nobody gonna tell me who and where I can give my money to. So I'm fixing to get off here, y'all. My cheesesteak is getting cold, and the bitch is hungry. Okay. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. We out. I am gonna play my outro out though, even though I didn't play it going in. See ya later.